try and do this fairly quickly, straight to the point, so that you guys can just get on with your actual work, right? So first of all, if you're using Visual Studio Code and WSL to develop C++ applications...
Are we live? Testing. Let's have a look. Are we live? Testing. Let's have a look. Nice, seems to be working fine. Now let's set up this as well. The window capture would be nice. But that doesn't work. This one. There you go. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. There you go. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, so the Y. Cool. This can be a bit up. Only got one viewer, so let's try and do some code. Right, let's try and code up a little bit. Let's see how visible this is on YouTube. Hopefully it's fairly visible. Let's see how visible this is on YouTube. Hopefully it's fairly visible. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, seems good. That is good. That's amazing. What's the quality like? Good streaming quality as well. I'm impressed. Okay, cool. Let's go. Compile if necessary. Okay, so here, let me check it's already compiled. It's way too much here. There you go, a little bit better. Oh, commands, contract. Let's give me this. That's const. Instead of a pointer. Okay, yeah. Not a pointer, is it? There you go. Up here as well, I need the same check. Yes, now I made sure that all of them are valid. Or actually, yeah, no, we want to make sure that all valid, so it should be this. There you go. Be more than 0, I think, right? I'm not too sure though. I need to Google this later. Now they're all valid. So okay, we have to bring this function up to here. I guess this attaches the shaders to the shader program, so really it should be a bool here. And we're gonna look at some OpenGL docs. See what the GL attach shader throws in terms of errors. There you go. Okay, so these are the errors that you can basically return. And we need to call the glGetError function. shaders actually. So this will be a shader program. The address is more than 0. Another one here. Why can't I spell address? There you go. Why is it double D's? Okay. So nothing happens, we can return here. Return true, save. Did actually work, and attach the shaders to the shader program. And if not, it will just return false. Okay. So going back to compile and link. Let's compile again because IntelliSense is shit here. Okay, so we're gonna attach the shaders. Make that one disappear. Also need to check for the errors here. Okay, that's gonna go for later. Failed if we haven't attached the shaders. That's all the link shaders function. I will do the same thing. Instead of a class, we'll just bring it as a free function at the top. Right here. You'll find those errors later from the docs again. You'll find those errors later from the docs again. On OBS, I can do with a little bit more volume on the song. Okay, cool. So right here, we can just link the shaders. Detach shaders. Yeah, I do remember this code. So let's move it over and remove the typos. Best thing I can do. Again, we're gonna put in the anonymous namespace. Turn into a boolean and remove that typo here. Now busy passing the shader program. Tilde on my Google. I'm back. Same logic here, only if the shader exists. Do we do all of this? I mean, do I need to do all these checks though for the shaders? I'm not entirely sure. It's already been checked a few times, so anyway. The address of the vertex shader. Stick right here, no suitable conversion from const. Ah, okay, yeah. The address. Obviously I'm forgetting about. Shader and address. There you go. You can detach the shaders basically to save up some memory, I think. This helps clean you up. OpenGL. From what I remember, that's what it was anyway. It's about true this time, can I? Okay. The compilation here should work. Okay, cool. Compilation here should work. Okay, cool. Just making sure the order is still good. Okay, shader program. Why is this not working? Let's shader to compile and qualifiers. Any reference to shader program to const shader program discards qualifiers. Why is that? Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. That's it. Okay, disappear now. Same logic here. Detach shaders does not work. Then false here. And this is the entire logic of a function that will compile and link the shaders. Cool. There's a lot more to go. Oh well. Control on end. Okay, yeah, cool. Everything worked fine. Return true. The shader program is already there. Don't need this. Well, we do need to set uniforms. And one by one, just gonna basically turn them into a free function. Let's see the shader program. No longer a class member, so I can do this. Right? Yeah, shader program, name, value, okay. So for those who don't know, I'm just setting some uniforms to the shaders, and this is a way to pass variables from C++ to the OpenGL shaders, basically. Quite neat for setting matrices and stuff, such as the transformation and the world matrices and that kind of stuff. It'll all become clear once this compiles, hopefully. But yeah. And these were all void as well, so we need to return a bool. Okay. Sweet. Okay. It'll be the exact same thing as here, basically. Amazing. This is clearly not right as well. I should have added shader program here. Almost. Okay. Okay, same pattern as before. There must be a way to simplify these, but I'm not going to do it now. I just want to get it to compile first. Okay, right. How many of these do we have? 2, 3, 3 more. We'll get there. It'll be the same pattern thing here. See, okay, another one disappeared. List. I hope my dog go. Right, let's get back to it. Make it consistent as well. West con, oh, east const. Is Vim not working? Okay. Okay, finally. There you go. But we need to delete the shader as well. That's one of the functions that we don't have currently. So we have a function that will create. Hopefully create the shader, but not delete the shader, right? Alright, so there's an optional as well. Yeah. Don't need to get address anymore. A much cleaner header now. Yeah, so I need to basically rename these as well to keep it with a consistent naming here. So what was it called? New shader program. There you go. And unused shader program. Okay. Is there such a function to unuse it? I mean, because we've got GLUse program, so what's the opposite? Associated. I think if we give it a value of 0, as the geolint program here, it should work. Let's take a look. If program is 0, then the current rendering refers to an invalid program object. This is not an error. I think this is better than having a shader program still attached, right? So yeah, let's do that. I think this should be okay. Still, we don't have a function to make the shader program, so shader beta. Okay, I think I intended to have a compiled shader in the shader program. Okay, cool. am I trying to do? You could definitely use a function to create a shader program. And this would have been it. Okay, so Wi-Fi has stopped. Okay, cool. We're back. Okay, cool. These will stay here. Hello, Miguel. Welcome to the stream. I'm just testing it out, basically. Let me know if you can hear everything. I'm just refactoring some old code that I had. Right. Yeah, I need this function that will create a shader program. This is the signature I did. I'm not sure if I want to go through with it. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, this doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna have to compile the shaders here and set it to the shader program. Oh, cheers, Miguel. If you want me to do any code reviews, let me know. If you've got any repos, I can help you out with anything that you need as well. I'm basically here doing nothing, so let's put this time to use. Yeah, so how am I going to do this? Okay, everybody. Start coding this. That is the function I'm going to make the shade programmer. Okay. No, you're from Argentina. I'm not really that far from there, actually. I'm from Sao Paulo in Brazil, so we're basically hermanos. Okay, so what do we need? Basically, what I want to do here is return a shader program that's going to contain all these things here. A compiled shader for vertex shader. Yeah, okay. So let's try and compile each shader. First. So vertex shader is This is the compiler shader for the vertex. Same thing for the fragment shader. Why not add a geometry shader here as well? There you go. Now we've got all three. I think there's a huge delay between me reading the chat and the stream actually showing what I've answered, which is a bit shit, but well. And since it's an optional, we have to check that it's actually been created. What to do here for later. This stream is actually pretty boring until it compiles and you can see what it actually does, but oh, what framework am I using? So this is a pretty old project that I had for, I think it's a, yeah, it compiles for Windows, but it's a audio visualizer that I made, but I'm using Pulse Audio for the audio stuff now, and OpenGL to actually do the graphics. And I'll try and see if I can compile the older version of it so you can see what it ended up looking like. But basically I'm trying to refactor this into more modern stuff and things that actually work a little bit better. But the plan is to make an audio visualizer for live audio in the system. So I'm playing like Spotify now, for example, so like capture that audio and then show it in the audio visualizer. So let's see if we can achieve that in a few days. But yeah, OpenGL and Pulse Audio for the audio, all with C++ and CMake on the, you know, as the programming language and the infrastructure side of things. So yeah, I'll see if I can post a Git link so you can take a look at it. So the original, this is what the code looks like now. I'll post in the chat here if you want to take a look at it. And I can see if I can find the one that actually compiles. So I think it was called Wavy Tune. Yeah, this is the one that actually compiles in Visual Studio. You see, if you have that, feel free to compile it. But yeah. And this is the code that I'm changing into the new stuff. But yeah, as I said, it's going to be a pretty boring thing. If you just like watching code, then fair enough. But until I get this compiling, it's gonna take a while. And if you need help with anything, let me know. I'm glad to help, like coding wise. So. I'm just doing some error checking here, very basic. Okay, so it doesn't build. Why does it not build? That's an optional vertex shader. Once the auto vertex shader shows that as a parameter. Ah, yes. Leaving the GLSL here. So audio programming, that's a good question actually. Basically depends on the platform they're using. If you just want a general purpose audio library, and that means you want to read like audio files, for example, MP3s, WAV files, then you probably need specific libraries to read those. So there's, for example, it's called libmp3 or something like that. They'll read MP3. And you know that there'll be certain libraries for C++ where you can read these audio files. When you play it on your code, then you need a playback library, something like Pulse Audio. That seems to work for Windows and Linux quite well. I've used in this too. Now, if you're just doing like hardcore sort of driver work, and you on Windows, for example, then you might want to for mobile. Okay, so for mobile, I mean, if you're doing C++ code for mobiles, then Pulse Audio will still be good because it allows you to play back audio. Now there's Juice as well. Juice is a paid library, but it is fairly good, and I think there's a free version of it. The C++ API. Let's see if we can get it up, because this is really quite modern, and it's what people who develop things like audio plugins and even games and stuff, they tend to use this library quite well. So yeah, I mean, there's a Juice framework. I'll take a look at that. It's an open source cross platform. It's quite modern, so this is, I've had good reviews of this one. I've never used it myself, but I know it's quite good, so take a look at it. I'll post a link here so you can see it. So this is a C++ library, by the way, and it should be fairly cross-platform. Yeah. I'm not using this in this project though. I'm using the open source Pulse Audio. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more primitive, but I might change it to Juice in the future. I've heard very good things about it. Okay, so yeah. Are you planning on using OpenGL or something as well, or GLS? GLES or whatever the mobile version is for your games? What are you using for that? Cool. Instead of returning false, I need to actually return no locked. Same thing for here and here. Just gonna remove that. And this one will actually be the free important shit. Need to actually create an address here for it. And since I'm not touched OpenGL in a very long time, let's take a look at the GL create shader program or something. There you go. This one here. I was just reading the juice documentation. Kind of want to switch everything to that in the future. Let me read yeah, I'm gonna read an article here because I'm an absolute noob now. Create shader, shader type, shader source. Create program, that's the one. And it was misleading. There you go. So this will create an empty program. This function returns 0 if an error occurs, creating the object. Okay, so okay, cool. So it takes nothing. Fairly easy then. Once more. Yeah, man. Like, I understand where you're coming from. C++ does, you know, it's an amazing language, but all the good frameworks for it do require some training. I was gonna say, if you're doing mobile apps, I'd actually recommend something like starting with Flutter and then seeing how to go from there, because I'm sure whatever you use instead of C++ for mobile applications is going to be well easier, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I mean, Qt is a big library. It does like GUI stuff, and hopefully, I'm not sure if it works for mobiles. Surely it does, right? Good. So I thought doing some projects. Yeah, man, doing projects the best thing to do. Am I drop out? Yeah, I mean, you don't really need an university education. I went to uni and that was like 4 years, but most of the stuff that I know now I learned after, to be honest. Like it's you learn more outside from uni, to be honest. You know, don't worry about that. I'm sure you're capable enough to learn it. Just keep going, like keep practicing every day, and you get there eventually. And you're interested as well. I mean, you want to join the Discord chat, I'm happy to help you and give you resources and stuff. Do it all for free as well. So as long as you trust me, I can give you some help. So just check out the YouTube channel. There's a Discord link in there. If you join there, we'll be friends, and I'll make sure to help you as well. So and if you ever need some code reviews or someone to go through code with you, just let me know. As long as I'm free, I'm happy to do it for free. So but yeah, C++ is a very difficult topic to get into, really, because the language itself is not difficult, but the things that you have to learn around it, they definitely are. So, well, once you know the language very well and some of the frameworks, you'll be able to transfer that knowledge to any other languages out there. So anything else will be easy for you. So definitely stick with it. It's worth it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, join that, and I'll definitely help you. Just pop a message in there. Are you living in Argentina at this moment, or you live somewhere else? Yeah. I don't know how to remove this delay, because I think you send a message, but then you only get my reply maybe like a minute after, which is a bit shit, but well. Vertex fragment and address. Vertex fragment and address. So vertex fragments geometry. Okay. These have to be unique pointers. Hmm. Yeah, thank you for joining, by the way. Trying to grow the Discord. Maybe I'll be doing some more easy stuff tomorrow. Maybe start something from scratch if you want to watch. I might be available tomorrow to stream again. So I'm just testing it out. This is the first time doing it, so. What is a compile shader? Just an address, so it doesn't need to be this unique pointer, does it? Don't see the point in it. Unintended. No, of course that's gonna break a lot of shit on the other side. In particular these. Yeah. I think I'm going to call it an eye. So if you still hear me, go, thank you. And I mean, hopefully I'll be here again in the future. So, but we'll keep chatting on Discord. If you ever need any help, let me know. And yeah, let me just fix this one last issue. Oh. Well, now I only need this here, really. Okay. I'm still here for now. Just gonna do this refactoring finish and then I'll have to call it an eye. Yeah, I'm in the UK and it's very late here, so. Okay, some of the errors disappeared. Now we got more here. Okay, all the errors have basically disappeared now. So we got this shit error here. I'm still here. What am I doing here? Right. Just sorting out the camera because it stopped working 1 second. Right, I think it's back now. There you go. Yeah, so tomorrow I might do another stream. I'm not sure what time it is in Argentina now. It's 5 hours behind, I think it is. So you might catch me in the afternoon, and I'll do maybe an educational one or something easier than this. This is just a test, but I'll start something from scratch, and then we can, we can learn something together. How about that? What is it? Time in Buenos Aires. Tonight, yeah. About 3 hours, 4 hours behind. So like an hour ahead of Brazil then? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, cool. Let's get back to this. Right, so the issue here was that I had this code here that needs to be translated in a bit. Cool. Is there anything you wanna learn together? You want me to teach you, or let me know? I'm just fixing some old code now, so. Yeah, I think this should be okay now. Good. Right, so let me push this and I'll jump to something else for a bit. Maybe for half an hour more. And then we can do something together. Since you're here wasting your time with me, so. Okay. Okay, so this is pushed there. Should we see if we can get some juice examples on? I think that'll be cool, wouldn't it? If we can get that in half an hour, then you can we can see how to use it really quickly. Let's create a directory here for it. Okay, let's look at the Juice framework together, shall we? Let's see how to build it in the first place, and then we can maybe do something with it. Oops. By getting started, the Juice repository contains a master develop branch. Okay, cool. So we have to make. That was my first. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I worked for a company called Aviva first, and they did OpenGL, OpenGL code actually. It was to do with 3D like scan data, and I mean it was alright. It wasn't difficult, because when you apply for a first job, then they know that you don't know much, so they're not going to be asking you difficult questions. But you know, I mean, just make sure that you know the basics, so you can show them that you know some of it. And if you have some projects, some code that you've got on GitHub, for example, that's a good thing to show them. So I would recommend doing that. So if you're into projects, as you said, then that's definitely a good thing to talk about in your first interview. And I mean, if you ever get an interview, when you get an interview, because you will, I'm sure, I can give you some tips on how to prepare for it, so let me know. Okay, so what we can do here is we can actually pull this and try and build it, shall we? So if we pull it, let's see if it's going to clone into it. Ooh, it's a big library, from what I can tell. Very big. About 300 megabytes altogether. So I'm showing you how to, usually how to build this kind of framework. Because in here you can see the repository. It says it has a getting started guide, and then it tells you that you need CMake 3.15 or more. And this is how to build the Juice library. It's very easy. So usually these guys tell you the commands to build it. Let's try that. So if you go to where we downloaded it, so Juice here, this is what everything is. I downloaded it to the wrong thing, so I'm going to move all of this into my development. Okay, there you go. Have you applied for jobs yet, Miguel? Have you, interviewed? One sec, I'm gonna close the door. It's too late here. I'm back now. Okay, so let's try and build this, shall we? I'm gonna copy and paste everything here. Seems like a very easy library to build from the documentation here. So you see Juice, you mentioned you want to do mobile work, right? So it is supported on Android, you can see here, and even on iOS. So I would assume that you can do apps with it on iPhones. So it says it here. Focusing on Linux and CMake, yeah, they're definitely good combinations. So with CMake, I'm going to teach you something that I wish I knew earlier. So there's this book called a professional guide to CMake, I think it's called, by a guy called, there you go, Professional CMake. If you can get this book in Argentina, or even if you can get it online as a PDF or something, it's the best book you can use, or the best thing you can use to learn CMake. And it's much better than the CMake documentation. I'll give you the link to it so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, you probably noticed that the CMake documentation is really bad, right? I mean, we all think that, even I do, and I work with CMake every day. This book has everything you need to know, so really good examples. Okay, so there was actually an error. So what's the error here? Gunning. F2 build was not found. So let's have a look why it wasn't found. It's probably a library that I don't have. There you go. Stack Overflow is always your friend. Lib free type, that's the one. There you go, that's what we need. Let's install that. See, with these kinds of things, when you're compiling things from the internet, you may come across tools that are not installed in your system, but all you have to do is just Google it and find which libraries you need to install. In my case here, I just had to install the libfree type. Let's try and build it again now. Hopefully this time we'll be lucky. And you said Linux as well, so the best way to learn Linux is to actually just write a bunch of bash scripts, shell scripts. That's how I learn it, for example. I worked for 2 years in a company that only used Linux, and I did a lot of bash, and I really got to understand how the operating system works. So, just go on Google and learn bash. That's what I can recommend. Learn it very well. Let's see. With a bit of luck, we actually compiled this juice library this time, so we'll see. Okay, so there you go. This time we were lucky and we worked. Now let's try and run the demo. May take a while from the looks of it. Hopefully not too long, right? There you go, 50% already. That's good. This juice framework has all these dependencies. See, they use libjpeg for GUI, I guess. no glue. They seem to use OpenGL in it as well. It must be for the demos. Zlib for compression. Block Studio as well. I don't really know any of the others. That's interesting. My favorite distro. Ooh. I am a big fan of Manjaro at the moment, so I really like Manjaro. It's Arch based, I think, but I used Ubuntu for a long time, so I'm very comfortable with Ubuntu and Debian Linux. So okay, so this didn't work because I don't have libcode installed. Okay, so there you go. Libcode that's the one. I always get the names wrong. Yeah, VirtualBox is slow. If you're running Linux on a virtual machine, it's very slow, unless you have the virtualization settings on your system. That might be something that you can look, so make your VMs a bit faster. So, it's called visualization. So it's something that you usually enable on the BIOS of your laptop or your computer if it has it. So take a look at this. It might be really good. It makes it really fast. If not, you get an old laptop and install Linux on it because it will run very fast as well. So there you go. So I think I'm gonna go for this one here. Explicit select one to install. So let's go for this one. The OpenSSL version. See, right now I'm using Windows, as you can see, but I'm using WSL, which is a kind of a VM that runs in Windows. It's not really a VM because it runs natively, but it gives you a way to use Linux on Windows. So, if you're interested in that, if you just want to get the command line, have a look at WSL on Windows. So install WSL on Windows. It's really good. If you don't want to have a VM, you can just run Linux on Windows, and it's a lot really fast. So this is what I recommend if you want to use both systems. Okay, so now we can compile. Hopefully we can fully compile this. I need to watch out for my space as well. This laptop is running out of space. Now, so another dependency we don't have, GTK. The GTK, that's the one. there's all these dependencies that you have to basically install before you even build a project. 300 megabytes. Ooh. Heard of this before. What's libgtk? Is it for graphical user interface? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, GIMP uses GTK. That's cool. And all these games do as well. Nice. I have about 20 gig left on my C drive. Not ideal. Yeah, so going back to WSL. So WSL just gives you, yeah, Linux kernel in Windows, so you can install, for example, Ubuntu, and you can access it. You can access the terminal in it, and that means you can install Linux apps. You can run Linux apps on Windows, even Windows, for example, such as, you know, if you want to install a Linux game, it should work fine as well. Do I think Vulkan will replace OpenGL? Yes, I think Vulkan is very strong right now. It is more complicated. Do I think it's going to replace completely? Probably not, because, you know, there's a lot of apps already built with OpenGL. There's a lot of stuff on the web as well that use OpenGL, such as, you know, games that you see on the browser. They all use GL, the WebGL, I think it's called. So that is basically OpenGL on the web. So, you know, it's going to have its place, but Vulkan for games and apps that run on you know, on the bare metal, on the machine, like computers and laptops, I think it's already replacing now. You know, most of the games that you see nowadays, the new ones, are developed with Vulkan. Even when you look at emulators and, you know, sort of like PS2 emulators and like Nintendo Wii emulators, for example, they all have a Vulkan backend because it can be faster if you do it properly than OpenGL. So that's the advantage of Vulkan over OpenGL. But it is a lot harder to learn Vulkan. That's something I've learned myself. I tried to learn Vulkan at some point, and it's very, very difficult compared to OpenGL. And OpenGL is already difficult as it is. Vulkan is even more difficult. So yes, let's be careful. To learn one of them, basically, that's what I can say, and then go to the other. And by that I mean, you know, if you take a look at OpenGL code to draw a triangle, you know, and you look at the equivalent Vulkan code to draw a triangle, this is the Vulkan, you know, someone doing a triangle in Vulkan here. And let's see if we can get a better example, OpenGL. See if we can get a gist here. There you go. So this is the OpenGL code to draw a triangle, for example. As you can see here, you know, it's long. It's fairly long. But then, when you look at the Vulkan code, and I assume that this person has written some good code at the very least, you know, it's way bigger. So we're looking at thousands of lines just to draw a triangle, whereas in OpenGL it's, you know, it's big, maybe 200 lines tops, but it's less, it's a lot less. So you know, but it's worth learning. It's worth learning Vulkan. It's really useful. You know, not many people know Vulkan, so if you do learn it, you get a job very easily. And have we... Okay, let's try and build it again. Oh gosh. Okay, why can we not have this anymore? We've just installed this. Oh. We do have libgtk. It's becoming very painful to run the juice here, so all these hidden dependencies. So they don't say they need all these dependencies here, but now that you're installing it, you can see that it has all the hidden dependencies on the system. So like libgtk was one of them that I had to install. That's not mentioned here, for example. But yeah, if you look at going back to Vulkan versus OpenGL in performance, you can see that it's much better performance, especially when you look at devices like the Raspberry Pi. If you've heard of Raspberry Pi, it's a little computer, very limited CPU, and if you install emulators on the Raspberry Pi, generally when you select Vulkan, it's, you know, they run much faster than the OpenGL counterpart. Trying to see if I can get a comparison here. Oh, there's a Reddit post. Let's see if we can see this video. That was loud. I'm sorry. Do we have frames per second? Anywhere? There you go. In this particular game, the OpenGL is actually faster, so it's not really gaining anything. Maybe the person didn't write well optimized Vulkan, but yeah, it's pretty much had to, you know, same kind of thing here. It's cool, I thought. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, don't choose the tool based on what you hear online. Just if you want something easy, you're gonna write an easy game very quickly, OpenGL is probably good enough. But even so, like if you want to write games, I would probably say you need to probably look at other frameworks like Unreal Engine or Unity. They are very good frameworks for writing games as well, and it's very quick to do so. When you can get started in game development in an hour with those things, but with OpenGL and Vulkan, you have to write a lot of code before you even start to write your game, basically. Okay, has it installed everything? Not yet. I'm just trying to get juice just to build so we can look at it. I can go to bed. It's quite late here, but we'll get there. Oh yeah, this is if you write a lot of OpenGL as well. This is a very good website to look at documentation because it shows you, for example, documentation and examples such as GL begin here, for example, which is a function that not many people use anymore. But it has all of the usages and sometimes even examples as well, such as GL create program. That's something I looked at earlier. You'll find examples, well, maybe not in this one, but everything that the function does, what it returns, all of the arguments that it takes in, and he explains them very well. So that's a good website to look at for OpenGL documentation. Relation is taking a while. I'm sorry. Yeah, Unreal is cool, that boss. Udemy courses, but I realize I need to power for computer. Yeah, man, I understand the pain. See, when I started, my computer was very slow as well. I had the cheapest laptop you can probably buy. No, back in in Brazil, things are very expensive. I'm sure you understand because you're not in Argentina, right? So tech is very expensive there, same as Brazil. That's why I'm a focus on things like Qt and audio programming. Yeah, I mean, lower level coding is very, very easy and not as resource intensive as these, your Unreal and Unity frameworks. So it's good. Programming is faster way to get a new computer. Here I live. Yeah, I know the pain. This is... I'm from Brazil. Brasil. I'm from Sao Paulo. But I live in the UK now. I've been in the UK since 2009 for... yeah, 13 years. So it's a long time. Long time. Do you still live in Argentina? I'm guessing you do. Jesus. This is still going. I just want to run some juice code. Right, let's put the music back on. Nice, still in Argentina. Surviving. I feel the pain. Yeah, Brazil isn't in a good state now either, so I think the whole of South America is not doing very well, right? I think everyone is doing pretty bad in South America. So I understand your pain. Yeah, I'm sure that, you know, you get a good job in the future and you'll come out on top. You succeed. Just keep going, keep persisting. Dude, these dependencies are huge. Maybe you shouldn't run juice on your projects. This is taking over, I don't know, how many minutes? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes now installing still. here all night. Yeah, I definitely have seen a lot of Argentinian people from Argentines here in Europe. It's the same thing with Brazilian people. We're all moving to Europe or the USA because the economy is just better there, right? So, would you ever do that? Would you ever move to Europe? I mean, I did it 13 years ago. So for me, it's gone really quickly. But it was difficult at the start, but it's worth it. It pays off. Right, setting up everything now, so hopefully it won't be long. Since we're waiting as well, if you ever have any videos or any C++ stuff you want me to record or help, let me know, and I can post a video on YouTube or help you on Discord. That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, your English is pretty good. If you can understand me, you can communicate online. I mean, you've got everything you need, really. So. Okay, lib flatback. Ooh. What's the last thing I pasted? If I get lucky and the hiring team is not hard, the experience job, yeah. Yeah, man, I'm sure you get it. I mean, the best thing you can do, as I said, is just start making projects. Just start, you know, pushing things to GitHub. Maybe make yourself a little blog or something, because employers definitely like seeing that. Even if you have no experience, they'll give you a chance if you can show that you can do what you say you can. So best things to do is, you know, get on those projects and don't stop. Just keep making them. I mean, when I started as well, I had no experience. So all I had was, you know, a few projects on GitHub. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. So. It's still going. That's interesting here, it's installing pulse audio as well. Yeah, before we go into Juice as well, you know, the kind of stuff that people make with Juice, because it's a really good audio library, is sort of plugins for DJ software, for example. If you know, like FL Studio or Logic, you know, they'll use Juice to create those plugins because it does real-time audio very well. So these are some examples of them. So
hey, what's up, everybody?
This is an example of someone using a VST, Juice to create a VST plugin. So okay, it's all in C++ there, I think, right? Yeah, that kind of stuff. So it's really good for real-time audio. Okay, now it's done. What do I think about lock-free programming? It's good. I mean, mutexes and locks generally create a lot of issues in code, such as, you know, things like deadlocks, or even, yeah, or even more fucked up things actually. So having a variable that you can just set, for example, set without having to lock, or you can just, you know, read and write at the same time, it's good. It's definitely good. It doesn't work for all the types in C++. I think it only works for a few types, such as like integers, I believe, booleans and that kind of stuff. But it's, yeah, it's definitely easier to use than mutexes and locks. So that's my opinion of it. I think it's done now. It's just writing some triggers. And then let's see if we can run G's. Oh, not yet. It's still going. Amazing. One sec, I'm going to turn off my camera for a second. Okay, let's see. We're going anywhere. How's it finished? Let's see if we can actually compile it now. Oh gosh. Still nothing. Let's try something. Let's start WSL again. There you go. Let's see if we can build it now. I'm gonna put my camera on again. Right. Oh, GTK is still not being found. But I've installed everything that I needed. What is the issue here? Let's try this one. Version 2.0. Maybe we'll be lucky. And it should be done now. It's still not there. So we've installed the GTK library, but it's still not picking up. It's a shame if we can't build this today. I was hoping that we could. Yeah, man, it doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to build this today, unfortunately. I have to build GTK from source and then make the headers available, which is going to be a pain. I don't want to do that today. But yeah, I mean, Miguel has been really good meeting and having a chat. So I hope, you know, I wish all the luck to you and keep going. You learn C++ and let's keep in touch. I mean, if you just message me on Discord, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'm glad to help for free. And if you have any questions, you know, let me know as well. And I'm gonna unfortunately leave the stream here because I need to get some sleep now. So yeah, maybe I'll see you tomorrow if I'm streaming again. So, you know, have a good night, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye. Right.